Alright, so let's move over to our learning module 1, SMART goals. There's our learning objectives. I suggest that you take a look at them now, and then at the end we're going to revisit them so you can do a quick evaluation to be sure that you feel comfortable with each of those learning objectives. So we talked about SMART goals. Here is the acronym and what we're going to be using for this class. You might see some variation. R sometimes stands for realistic. Let's stick with relevant for this class, but you can see each of those acronyms, and I've tried to tailor each one to this class specifically so we can start looking at your website. All right, so I do want to take a look at what these goals are going to look like. And I think some people kind of get hung up on the acronym too much, and so they think that they need to list out everything and try to tackle and convince me uh, of each of these items. And that's not what a SMART goal looks like. First and foremost, a SMART goal looks like a goal. And so that's going to be a statement. If you remember in the first video of this learning module, that it's going to be a statement, it's going to be concise, it's going to start with I can or I will. That is what a goal looks like. This sheet and the SMART goal acronym is a great way to check to be sure that you have a quality goal. So once you've created those statements in a bulleted list, then you can come through and ask yourself these questions. Did you state what you want to accomplish? Is it specific? How will you know if you got there? Did you list some way that it's going to be measurable, that you'll know what success looks like? Did you set a target date? Do you know when this is going to be accomplished by? So this is a great way to kind of get things started, ask yourself these questions, transition this into a statement, and then use this as a checklist. All right, so let's take a look at what's really important, and that's what this assignment is going to look like. Here is an example. I think it's a great example for you to follow. It's going to have your name. It's going to have your professor's name. The class also need a date on there. It's always smart to put the name of the assignment. Sometimes things get mixed up when you turn them in. You might put it in the wrong assignment drop box. So if you have the heading on there, it'll make things easier for both of us. You need to spend time on a website topic. I need to know where you're coming from, what you think you're going to want to do for the rest of this semester. And then we need to transition into your SMART goals. I need to know maybe like what your overarching goals are. Overall, what do you want to do? And so you can see in this example what the overall goals are. And then you're going to move into your bulleted points. And this is the SMART goal right here. We got 1, 2, 3. So take a look at those, and I want you to identify the SMART acronym. Are they specific, measurable? Take a look at this worksheet again and make sure that you're answering all these types of questions. Is it time bound? Is it relevant? Or is it realistic? Is it achievable? Relevant? All those things. All right, last thing, take a look at the roadmap to success, timeline to completion, whatever you want to call it. I need to know some target dates. I need to know goals, some steps, some action items that you're going to take along the way to accomplishing your overall goals. And then how will you measure success? What's success going to look like? So you can take a look at this. All these in this first column are going to be assignments. And this will be the qualification for some of the assignments along the way. And then you can see in this highlighted area by the final date, we have our SMART goals right here. And so think about where all of your goals, your SMART goals are going to lay in this timeline to completion. Think about where your smaller assignments that are going to help you be successful are going to lay on this timeline. I want you to think about what you can do to accomplish your SMART goals, and then also look at how you're going to measure success. So I think that's a great example. Everything's on here for you on WT class. even have a grading rubric so you can take a look at what I'm looking for as far as these assignments go. All right, last thing, let's take a look at those learning objectives one more time. Do a quick self-evaluation and be sure that you feel comfortable with each of these objectives and feel like that you've accomplished them.